Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and welcome back to Farthest Frontier. It is now the midst of winter here in NotGraveburg, and we have a couple more houses built. You can see we're nicely warming everybody, of course, with all of the firewood that they are happily burning away, while people are of course slaving away to make more logs that can be turned into more firewood, and so the process continues. Now, where we last left off, we were finally solving the housing shortage and getting more immigrants in, which you definitely want to have. Now, of course, given the game that Farthest Frontier really is, the more hands you have working, the better you'll be. Of course, that means you have more mouths to feed, but then you have more hands to make the food to feed the mouths. And that is the essence of productivity, or efficiency, or one of those things, which I'm sure is a very good thing. Anyway, now that we have some of these houses built, I do want to get a nice little road going so that people can get from the housing to where they need to work more quickly. And of course, if we get them to their workplaces more quickly, they are going to be a lot more efficient. And that is what we want. We want them working and never stopping working. Now, of course, given that it's winter, the fields here are frozen over, and that means we can't really grow anything. Once they're cleared out, of course, when the snow melts, we'll be able to do something with that. We'll be able to actually grow food, possibly, but it may be another year before that's actually complete, because clearing fields takes a really long time. That said, we have people making firewood all over again. There we are, a firewood splitter going. And of course, the forager up here, they have managed to explore all the way up to that side of the lake. And I think I'm right in saying that, yeah, there definitely doesn't appear to be a way to cross the water right now. So this is currently the way to get there. It's all the way around the lake. But you know what? We have explored a decent chunk of it, and we can see that there are fishes here. So that's not bad. Now, of course, we are officially into our second year, and the snow is melting. Joy of joys, the ground thaws, and we have... well, we have warmer temperatures coming back. It is still extremely cold, but the snow at least is going away, and people are out and about doing their things as they would. Now, all the houses on this side have been built. We are still in the midst of building those roads. That should be fine. I'm going to extend out a road from this side as well, and try to connect it to what we have up here. Hopefully I can do that. It is quite finicky, this road building system, and I'm probably going to mention that every single time. Of course, now that we have more people, we can start assigning professions. I think 2 farmers for now is fine, but we still need to keep the amount of laborers up, because we need people to collect the logs. We need a lot more people chopping. We don't have enough people chopping right now. That's a big problem. Now, so far the hunting cabin is doing pretty well, bringing in a decent amount of food. We have 7 months of food, which is not bad, but we do need to up the production a little bit, as we are having more people join the village. And of course, one of the main ways that we can do that is by farming, and this particular field is almost done. The other field is going to take a little bit longer, due to the fact that we had several of our farmers killed last episode. So, there's no fault of mine. The wolves came in. I didn't send the wolves, but they came in all the same. And unfortunately, a couple of people got rabies. Now, rather than turn them into fertilizer, we are going to at least pick up where we left off, and hopefully the fields will be ready in time for planting in the summer. I was watching this ox cart move slowly through somebody's house, but you know what? It's fine. I mean, we provide the housing, we get to choose who drives through it. And now, we have immigrants that wish to come in. Smelly, filthy immigrants. Actually, no, everybody's smelly and filthy in this world, and that's not the best of things, but we'll make do. Right, we want to accept them, because of course we would. We will accept them, so long as they're willing to work. We have 7 new villages, And I think it's also time that we start thinking about sewage. Because we will eventually have an issue with that. And so we're going to have to get the stockyard up so we can get our saw pit. And once we get our saw pit, we can get our compost yard. A compost yard is going to be quite useful for farming, of course. And I think that's something we definitely want to have happen. So let's boost up the number of farmers we've got. All professions are filled right now. And we have 11 laborers. Smashing. Absolutely smashing. Alright, it's asking me to build a market. And I don't think we have the ability to do that yet because we still need the storehouse and the saw pit. So we'll have to do that. But I do have the spot in mind for the market. Right here, I think that's a good spot to put it. Alright, one of our fields is ready. Let's start doing our crop rotations. So, frost tolerance, good. We could do peas. We could do peas, actually. It's not a bad idea. We just do, yeah, cabbages. Cabbages are easy. We'll do cabbages. Do cabbages, and we need something with decent heat tolerance for the summer. Beans are good for the summer. And can kind of do the same thing for the rest of the time. Flax is what we need for... what is it? Clothing, I think. Field maintenance. And then we'll do the flax the following time. And then we will do field maintenance again. And we can do leeks. Yeah. Because we have another field that we can do more vegetables on afterwards, which is quite nice. But yeah, we do need to make sure that the weed levels are down, because, yeah, we do have quite high weeds and rockiness and all that. I'm not sure where the rocks come from. You know, they sort of grow in the ground. Like, how do you get rocks growing? Does anyone ever think of that? Because it happens in Stardew Valley as well. You're just like, oh, yeah, you get weeds, grass, and trees, and all that sort of stuff growing. Where do the rocks grow from? If you know the answer, let me know down in the comments. Alright, storehouse. Always good. And now we get our saw pit. We're kind of making the most industrialized area down here. And the reason I'm doing that is so I don't have to build anything down here. Well, I'm not going to anyway. The compost yard is going to be right next to the graveyard, which is going to be quite nice. I think it's going to add to the scenery of the area. Definitely a good aura, kind of cleansing aura for the area. Also, it's going to feel pretty good for a lot of people. You know, you need a nice aromatic funeral at the end of the day. I've had 3 new villagers join. That's fantastic news, because that means we got more laborers. Could always need more laborers. Always need more laborers. So my general thinking here is that if I keep all the storage places in one sort of general area, that will allow me to keep the market well stocked, because they don't have to go very far between them. See, little things you gotta think about, just little things. I mean, logistics is a big thing. But, you know, little things. And there it is, our marketplace is finally being worked on, finally being built. We have planks that still need to be delivered, but soon we'll be able to introduce the wonderful citizens of NotGraveburg to the joys, the absolute joys of capitalism. With which we can get money. And I've also taken it upon myself to go and start decorating the place. We want to make the place more desirable, make people happy. Happy to live in a place that they have to pay to live in, while also supplying absolutely everything for, while receiving no pay themselves. It's a wonderful system. And then, of course, the fruits of their labors, the literal fruits of their labors, can be sold in the marketplace for them to buy with gold that I don't know where they get it from. Capitalism. It is a system that just works. Oh, we've got wildlife eating our crops. Yeah, I think the hunters need to do something about that. You know what? Actually, this is an opportunity. So the deer, if they're eating the crops, right, what I can do then, because it attracts them, is I can put a hunter's cabin in this area here. And see the genius level thinking here is because it attracts the deer to come and eat the crops, and then we hunt the deer. It's like a giant deer trap. Or maybe that isn't how it's going to work. Maybe they'll just keep eating the crops. Alternatively, what I could also do is put a little fence up that might actually stop them from getting in. Now there's an idea. Now what's interesting is the deer seem to think the fence is already built even when it isn't. So even an incomplete fence actually kind of works. Look at this. They walk up to it, and then they get repelled away. Okay, that one got a little closer. It's like they're testing these little tripwires. This one's going through. Oh, this is an ambitious deer. Oh no, it's run away. So it kind of works, even if it's not really built yet. It's an imaginary fence. Alright, the first harvest is in. We're up to 10 months worth of food. Absolutely fantastic. And given that our population has already grown to 32, that is a very significant amount of food. And we have our root cellar as well that's going to help reduce the food from spoiling, or reduce the chance of food spoiling. So we have our smoked meat, and everybody likes a good amount of smoked meat right here in the smokehouse. It's very nice. Some smoked fish would be nice too, but well, we can't get the fish because the fish are over here and they refuse to swim to this side of the lake. It's almost like they know we're here. And the labor on this field is done. Very, very nice. Add some cabbages. We will add some... You know what? Actually, we don't need the cabbages. We need them peas. Peas are great. Especially the black-eyed kind. And then, of course, next year we go to turnips. Everyone can use turnips. The following year we can have carrots. We get some variety going. That's the main thing. But unfortunately, it is getting to the time of the year where everything will start to get cold and freeze over. And unfortunately, it doesn't appear that we are going to be prepared for the following year, where we kind of need to start looking at clothing people and making sure that they are well kitted out with hide coats. And that is going to be a worrying thing. There's a lot more people. There are 35 people to worry about. And the times are definitely going to get tougher. And of course the rain has started to add to the mood, as another year ends on NotGraveburg. And if you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're enjoying the series, let me know down in the comments and what you would like to see built next. My name is Panther. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.